Welcome, everybody, to Railbirds TV and the 2024 Derby City Classic. This is the One Pocket Division. As you see on your screen, these players need no introduction. Shane Van Boening versus Josh Filler. This is round 13, and I'm going to go over the rules real quick. These players are going to lag for the break. Following that, they will alternate the break. Each opponent will have a designated pocket. The first to make any 8 balls wins. Any foul will cost you 1 ball. 3 foul rule is in effect. Also, if you move 2 or more of any ball, that is also a foul. I'm excited to see this match. Looks like SVB is going to get the lag, and I am your host commentator for this match, Scott Frost, aka The Freezer. So we hope you enjoy this one. Neither of these players have a loss. We are in round 13. Filler won the bank pool, and SVB took third. So both of these players playing for more than just the tournament. They're playing for the master of the table, which is an extra $20,000. Shane Van Boening obviously gets first break. Very big in a race to 3. Cue ball looks good. Fairly solid break. The 9 is peeking out, and the 3 is obviously a pretty good escape. The 5 is high, so there is a pretty good escape low, or at least getting him out of trouble for the meantime. We are playing on 4.5-inch pockets with new cloth. Filler is all too dangerous on this equipment. Both of these guys obviously very offensive, both world-class shot makers. And Filler really does know the game now. And he did utilize the low end of the table for the escape, but he did a little more than that. He removed another ball. SVB taking a look at the cut on the 5. Pretty tempting shot. He probably believes he can make it, but what can he do with the cue ball? Is he looking to kick into the 10 heavy or to the top side? Possibly the 1 plays off the 5, or is he going to put him in the stack? It's a pretty nice play. He's actually kept him away from everything close. Filler immediately going to the 9-12. Oh, and it turned out rosy. He didn't want that ball to fall. So I'm a little surprised Van Boening left him on that side rail, knowing that that ball laid so well. Problem here is if you kick to make the 12, the 5 is laying up for a bank for Filler. So this is kind of a problem for Shane. Yeah, and he would have to kick to this bottom long rail in order to make the 12. I'm a little surprised at this as well. This is typically a no-no playing one pocket, leaving filler on the wrong side of the stack, or the pro side for him. Gonna two-rail this out and try and put him in the pile. Yeah, just like so. But now Shane can kick one rail. He's only going to end up a ball short on this ordeal. So I'd have to say SVB got the better of that little battle, even though Filler got a ball. Clip the one. Nicely controlled. Opened the 10 up to his side, which is a very valuable ball. Shane, probably for the last decade at least, overlooked for his one pocket game. I know when I discuss it, everybody realizes or understands how good he plays, but he just isn't in the conversation probably as much as he should be for one of the best players in the world playing one pocket, because he's definitely right there. I'd like to come off the 5 here just the way they're laying. That 5-1's a little dangerous, and he's realizing that. I don't think he can get to the edge of the 5. If he can, that's what he needs to come off of. Otherwise, Filler might go at the 5-1. Okay, he's tied the balls up like this. Put him parallel with the stack, which is better than putting him under the stack. When you put him like this, it's very hard for Filler to put him back behind the pile. Obviously, the only way you can do that is if you know you're not leaving a return bank. Okay, so he's taking a look at the kick on the 6. If he catches just above the top side of the 6, the 13's going to hold the cue ball there. The 1 will come down, the 5 will come over. It's all about speed and accuracy here. If he plays the shot, I think the 1 just comes straight down and the 5 will come over. But the 15 and the 13 are definitely balls that'll hold the cue ball there. He's just got to catch the correct side of the 6 with good speed. Oh, and that's what he's done. Not only that, he's glued him to the 13 to where he can't go forward on the 6. 5 is obviously a huge threat, but the other problem is that the 1 is bankable from anywhere over near the 5. Coming off the 10 is very difficult. He might have to take a foul below the 1. And if he does, it's touchy. He's elevated. The speed has to be right, and it's not as easy as it looks. Oh, and he's going to overrun the mark just a bit. So with that kick shot that Shane shot, he's going to earn an opportunity to win game number 1. And that's what these great players do. They look at what the balls are doing in the stack, and they take advantage. He's looking to possibly clip the 10, banking the 1. That seems real difficult. If he catches the 6 in doing that, he could sell the 10 out. I would consider drawing up into the 12. It's more natural that way to make the bank. Pretty good angle here. I don't know that the 6 goes if you drop into the 12. I think he's all right doing that. And he might get a shot on the 15. It's just a real natural way to make this bank. Tip of low right. Nothing extreme, but the right will throw the 1 down. Well, it's come a bit short, I believe, but he's done okay with the cue ball. I don't believe the 6 goes. It's tight. If Josh can spin the 6 in, the 5 banks. Going to the 1. He's got to hit this with some speed to kill it with high cue ball. Oh, he's mishit the 1. He's caught it too thin. Shane with a real opportunity now. 13 does go through the 6 and 12. I believe he's got a gap between the 6 and 13 to address the cue ball. Looks a little thin to hold up in the center. But if he can get on the 13, it opens up the 6 and the 10. And that's the line he's looking to be on. I don't know that he can come to the short side of the side pocket, meaning the lower half. Okay, he's looking to go to the high side. It's probably the safest route. And nicely done. He's always got the pressure on himself, though, because the guy he is playing will come with a bank and run out on you quickly. So he is going to play the 13. Rolling it could be a little scary. All depends on if the 10 goes between the 6 and the 12. He could come around. He shoots so well that he might just commit. Yeah, really pure. He shot it like that because he didn't really want to roll the ball. Now you can play the 14 and just keep your angle on the 9. If the 10 is that tight, I would just consider dropping below the 10, getting a good angle on the 6 with the 9. Oh, he's caught it thin. All right. Got it down. Perfect angle. Yeah, I really don't know if there's a reason to flirt with the 10 here. Yeah, and he's just looked at the other angle on the 6. This looks perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now he can power into the 12. Actually, probably doesn't even need to hit it too hard. Could use a pop stroke or a follow through. See what he does. Yeah, just a nice light follow through. Did he get a shot? I don't believe he has. He can cut the 7 with extreme inside pocket speed and just come over behind the 10. It's thin, but these guys are very good at it. Not out of the woods yet. He's playing for 3. The problem is that there's 7 readily available if you're filler. And Van Boening knows that filler can get him, and quick. I think he's forced to cut this 7. You can dig into it with a kind of like a low inside, really grabs that way. Maybe it's thinner than it looks, but I feel like that's what he's got to shoot. Looking at the 11-15. Yeah, it's pretty thin. This is a good angle to look at the cut on the 7. So that is extreme. Can't blame him for passing it. Oh, he drew it back for security. Knew he'd get a shot on the 7. Felt more comfortable making the combination that way. Pretty intelligent. Playing for 2. Pretty clean. And Van Boening going to take game number 1 in round 13. The crowd approves. And this stream's brought to you by Bad Boys Billiard Production. Thank you guys so much for your cooperation. Filler quickly up to rack. He wastes 0 time. Cue ball's out quite a ways. Nice clean hit there. Real clean hit. 9 and 12 are clear threats. Can Shane come off the 2? Looking at something up above. Might be able to do something with the 11, like 2 rail it under the 12 and stick him. He's going to come off the 2. Okay, he chose to keep the cue ball low instead of grazing the 2. And notice how these great players immediately go to these kicks, right? This is what they look for. And that cue ball will stay due to where the 10 is and where the 6 is. He's just got to catch the correct portion of the green 6. Oh, he's caught it way too thin. Caught the top side of the 6. Cue ball comes through, and Boening with an opportunity to take a 2-0 lead if he can manufacture something here. I think he would like to get a real good angle on the 2, maybe to where he could draw into the 13 and open those up, and then get a shot on the 10 or 7. Unless he wants to try and draw into the 15 now. Looking at the combination. It's all about the next shot. Wants to stay below the 15 so he can open the balls up. Touchy here. Okay, he did go into the 15. It looked pretty natural. I think he's going to catch the 13 here. Caught the 3. Oh, and these opened up real good. Does the 8 play? I think it does. Playing for 6. And I believe he can get him. And this goes back to Filler kicking the 6. It's so important to catch the correct edge of that ball. He caught it too thin. He's come quite a bit further than he wanted. Yeah, that was pretty important to stay close to straight on the 8. Might have to shoot the 2 and try and come around. Does the 15 pass the 3? I don't believe so. No, it does not. So he's going to have to warp this around. Unless he thinks he can punch the cue ball 1 rail over. Yeah, he's a little agitated about position. He was better off being low on the 8 versus high. Might snatch this all the way back. I believe he's got a pretty decent angle on the 2 to bring the cue ball 3 rails around. But if it's a steep enough angle, he might be able to just punch it 1 rail. Looks like he's going to draw it. Wow. Well, needed it to carry a bit more. Like to come into the 9 full here, I believe. He's caught it thin. I think he was trying to come behind it. Felt like if he came full into it, he would get a shot on the 12 at worst. This is tricky. How do you keep filler off of a shot? I'd like to be able to remove the 12. Can you bank the 12 one rail up below the 3 and just stun down below the 9? Got to get something out of there. Maybe play the 9 off the 4 and make the 9? Yeah, he's got to clear something here. And that's what he did. He was hoping to push the 12 up even more, but that'll suffice for now. Filler happy to be here. Come off the 11 and go up table. I don't know if he can catch it thin enough. He wants to keep the 14 somewhere where it's in play. Is he looking to bank the 3 or the 13? I don't think it's time. Might be a little dangerous. Balls are still in good position for him. Yeah, this is okay. Nothing wrong with that. Gonna follow through the 14. He did real good. Real good. That shot is not near as easy as it looks. Got to hit the 14 perfect to keep the cue ball on the correct path. Oh, he could too, rally. Continuing to apply pressure. Is the carom on the 14 available? Not even going to entertain it. Looks good from here. It's going to send a 3 up table. Come above and below the 12. He's got to protect the 12 here. It's really all he has working for him. Yeah, that's really all you can do. Looking to chip off the 3, boy, it's really touchy. Very, very thin hit. And due to the position of the 1 and 4 as well, Shane's in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, this is real touchy. He catches it a fraction thick. He can go on the drink. If the speed's off at all, he could leave the 12 cross corner. Oh, he's hit it so well. And that's why he's in round 13 without a loss. Filler going to bank the 3 up, or down, excuse me. Like to clip the 11 with it. Pretty clever. Played all cue ball. Can he see any of the 3? Might have to chip the 14. I think he can see some of the 3. I'm not positive. Tough to tell. I think he's got to come off the 14 here. Oh, that was really gambling. Filler's going to have a bank on the 14. Rest assured, he will shoot it. He's going to kill it with low inside. How'd he hit it? How did he hit it? And he can make the 12, so he can wrap around for the 1 and 4. And that's what he's done. This is how dangerous this guy is. 5-1 ball lead Van Boening had, and that is nothing at this level. You can lose in a blink of an eye. The 3 does play. 15 will come his direction as well, and that's what he's looking at. Well, he's gotten a little steeper, but obviously this is where he wanted to be. I feel like well, he can cut the 11. He's playing for 2. And this, we could go back to when I thought that SVB had a carom on that ball. Oh, what a clean hit. Purest natural stroke, in my opinion, to ever play the game. Playing for 1, and this match is tied up at 1 game apiece. Van Boening with the break. Thank you, guys. These are our stream sponsors: Hustling USA, JB Custom Cases, Olivier Custom Cues, Littman Lights, Locked and Loaded Custom Beard Apparel. Thank you guys so much for your support. Van Boening to break. He's a little agitated, but in a race to 3 with these conditions at this level, a 5-1 ball lead doesn't mean much. Boy, the 12 off the 10 looks close. Filler is the type to shoot it if he thinks he can make it. I don't know if he can get to the 9 fully. If he can see all of the 9, he might go through it. Try and put the cue ball behind the 14. Looking to kick at the 14. Now he's looking at the shot I pointed out. He will shoot. It looks like it lays nice. Can do a lot of damage with this shot because he's going to rip into the 14 most likely. Be careful there. Looks like his cue's about to touch the 13 and 6. Yeah, this looked good to me right away. And here's what he's thinking, guys. If your back's against the wall, you're better off, if you think you can make this shot, at taking a chance to win the game versus doing something passive where you could lose the game. These guys execute so well. They see the shot going in before they shoot it. He's looking at something else possibly. If he doesn't shoot it, he's obviously not confident that he's a favorite to make it. But he can't see the 9 enough. So there's a lot of problems here. Kicking at the 14 is very risky because you've got to get the cue ball up somewhere around the 15. 10 is bankable from just about anywhere. Boy, I don't know about any type of a foul. He's going to survey everything. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to the 12. And that's what he's looking at. He's going to crash into the 14 if he catches it right. Buckle your seat belts. Oh, he's caught the 5. He's caught it way too thick. And look at this. He's come out smelling like a rose. Wow. He rolled the dice and hit the number. Take another look at this. He caught it too thick. He needed to catch it thinner. If he catches it thinner, it might act correctly. Or maybe he caught it too thin because the 12 did go low. So maybe the shot just wasn't on. But look at this. This is really awkward. The 3 is a big problem for Van Boening because he can't do anything up table. Looking at the 2-13 and maybe drop down just below the 14. Might even want to keep him close to the 14. Yeah, so real awkward. He's fixated on the 2. I feel like he could just chip the 5 and put him below the 9 if he doesn't want to take any chances. But it's such an awkward position. It can almost put you in some type of a trance where you feel like you've got to do something. Because you're not prepared for a result like this. So it can mess with you mentally a little bit. And he's looking at the 2-13 bank, but he'd have to keep filler off the 11 and the 9. Now he's possibly looking to leave the cue ball there, which would leave filler and a double kiss on the 9 maybe. It's not terrible. If you can get there, it's not terrible. Yeah, it almost felt like the angle wasn't there for that. I think Filler can at least bank the 9. I don't know if he can carry position. Shane didn't seem thrilled. Can't blame him. Filler got pretty fortunate. Okay. Don't see much aggressive here. Shoot the 14 into the 4 and just draw to the bottom rail, maybe? A lot different when you're at the table, especially if you're Josh Filler. Well, that's kind of what he did. Could be in for a longer game here. Never thought I'd say that with these two guys. And I still would bet against it, because they both like to push the aggressive side of the fence. He's going to look to leave him below the side. I think Filler will just come off the 6. Bring the 6 to his side. And then they'll start to go up table, I think. And that's what's going to happen. Well, you want to be careful here. This young man will bank at the 4 or the 8. These pockets look like they're 2 feet wide to him, it seems like. Everything he does is so deliberate. Once he commits, I don't think there's anybody that fully commits better than he does. Okay. Oh, I don't know about that. That was a big error. Tried to stick him to the 1. I don't know that there would have been anything great about that, though. Shane could have just clipped off of it. So that was a mistake for sure. Did he get Van Boening in the double kiss? And it is a little tricky. He can make it and just hold the cue ball there at worst. He's looking to try and get position going forward with some type of spin, but I don't know that he can do that. Might just have to take his medicine and draw the cue ball back a little bit. He's going to go forward.
Players and spectators, chairs are made to be sat on, not stood on.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at that as well. I don't think the angle was on to make the bank. The 1 was going way high. I think Filler can see the 1. He can obviously see the 8. I don't think he can see enough of the 4.
now I got it. Yeah, they put it over here. What a bunch of shit. Sorry.
Yeah. Is he looking to play the 8? Okay, he can catch the 8 heavy. Trying to keep the cue ball low. Oh, he's lost the cue ball. But he's trickled the 8 in. Yeah, pointed to where he wanted to keep the cue ball. Got half of it right, the most important half. Now can he avoid this kiss? It's close. He's so close to it, he might be able to manufacture something with the cue ball. Kiss looks close to me. Draw out of it. Okay, he tried to spin out of it. Filler playing for 6. Shane gonna come off the 1. Oh, I like the way he played that. A little unlucky to tie the 2 and 15 up. Is Filler entertaining the 5? I don't think so. Ball will come up. Shane would like to apply a little pressure here if he could. I think he's got to do something with the 5, though, if that's the case. Might not be time. Oh, really clever, actually. Of course, Filler can go to the 8. But he's put another ball in a better position, working for a shot in the near future. I think Filler's got to bank the 8 back up to his side and just bring him down to the bottom rail. Almost like you're banking the 8 to the top left corner. Obviously, don't want to get it all the way there. Sometimes when you're in this position, you can tend to overthink. All right, that's what he's basically done. That's okay. Did he leave a decent 2-railer? Yeah, it looks pretty awkward. Put him in the same position. Better cue ball this time. Now I think Filler has to come off the 12. And that's better. You want to hit it full. That way you ensure that you don't leave him the 2-railer. So, pretty heady shot there. Very mindful of it. off the 12, I assume. Oh, is he looking to kick? Okay, nicely done. Very nicely done. Filler doesn't want to do anything super passive where he's bringing the cue ball to the left side of the table. So he wants to come down here if he can on the lower right. That's that's better than to the left side. He wants to keep Shane off of the 6. So that'll work. That'll hold him or slow him down for now. Now he might come off the 12. Pretty well done. Because I don't see an easy way to keep Shane off of the 6 or from seeing the 6. Yeah. I don't know how devastating it would be to let him see it anyway at this point with the 5 there. Might just have to clip off this 12. He doesn't like doing that though because you're just asking for trouble in the future, pushing everything in better positions on Shane's side. Definitely no time to panic if you're Filler, though. Just keep it simple. And that's really all you could do. How was the speed? Really good from there. That'll slow Shane down as well. He's got to be concerned at leaving Filler something on the 3 or 1. Okay, he rolled it. Now, Filler definitely has options. He could shoot the 1, 2 rails, or like knock it 2 rails out and swing the cue ball up to the top long rail. Well, he could just play the combination and almost get position. Wow, what a shot. Yeah, what a shot. Wow. SVB fortunate. Filler didn't come away with a good shot on the 1. Take another look. I guess Josh felt like the 1 was going towards his hole too, and it was. Just come up a bit short. Shane rolling the 1 in. Wondering, what do I have to do? Well, you have to stay patient. It's what you have to do. But see how he knocks that ball up towards the center of the table versus towards the top end where Shane could get a 2-railer? Pretty mindful. He's got such a high pool IQ, this Josh Filler. Nice. Oh, really good speed, too. Doesn't seem like he's done much there, but he could get a shot out of the one. Wow, he could see the two. Wow. This isn't terrible, though, if you're Shane. Yeah, it's okay because these balls are in play for him now. And obviously, pretty much everything on the table favors SVB, except the 1 and 2, but really they favor him as well because he can get to them from these other balls. Now Filler has to defend against that as well. Might give up a 2-railer or a 1-railer. Pretty good placement by Filler with both balls, the cue ball and the object ball. Shane, yes, he could cross the 12 towards the 4, but he doesn't want to leave a cross corner, and if he hits it too soft, he could leave a cut. Wouldn't be shocked if he just banked it towards the 13 and 14. Yeah, and he doesn't really have anything up table. I think you've got to play passive here. Just knock the 12 towards the center of the table. If you cross it over, you've got to be careful. Yeah, it's really all you could do there. He was highly aware. Doesn't look like we're seeing much here, guys, but this is actually very, very good one pocket. Both players doing everything they can to keep the other off a shot. You going to the 2-ball? Oh, he didn't want to catch the 6. That was the concern. Looked like he was almost in between banking that and just rolling it, and went ahead and pulled the trigger. Oh, he got fortunate that left Filler straight in. I wouldn't be surprised if Josh banked at this 12. I don't think he will with a 4-0 lead, but he's been known to do crazier things and do it well. Yeah, pretty mature. That's the thing about his one-pocket game. He's learned so quickly. Plays to his strengths. Got a 2-rail kick behind this ball, possibly. Okay, just going to softly kick to it. Kind of sense that Shane's frustrated. Josh is playing well. He's kept Shane off of everything. Is he considering two-railing the 12 with a high left cue ball? Boy. Yeah, I think this is good. Doesn't want the 1 to tie up. Yeah, that's good. Just like last game, Filler was behind 4 balls. Now Shane is, but it's no time to panic if you're in Van Boning's shoes. All it takes is one error. Just don't want to get lazy. Well done. Went over to that end of the table, wanted to keep Filler off the 5, straight back. Ooh. Now, all these balls in the top right are going to cause problems for Van Boening. So he's got to work for a shot like something like a two-railer on the 12. I don't think you can leave him up there around the 12. I think you've got to come off the 5 here. Or do something with the 1. Really nothing wrong with shooting the 1 into the 15 unless you like the way the 7-15 lay. Can't quite tell. I think this is a little touchier coming off the edge of this ball. You don't want to leave Filler straight back on the 14. The 11. Covered that up. Filler going to go to the 1 ball. Coming all the way down. Does the 11 bank? It's tight. Could bank the 4 back down. Just bank it to the left of the 1. Play the cue ball 1 rail into the 13 and hope the 1 covers the 4. Yeah, I think that's better than banking at the 11. You want to miss the 1, though, if you're banking this 4. You want to bank the 4 to the left of the 1. Use the 1 as protection. Looking to see if the 5 goes by the 10, in case he leaves Filler under the 5. Very important not to catch the 1 here. Oh, yeah, okay. I was wondering if you'd go to that ball instead. He went to the 13. It's okay. Cue ball ended up well. He's going to knock the 13 up table, though. Thought he could do that with the 4 and use the 13 as a stopper.
Dylan Barton to table 27. Dylan Barton to table 27. You are now on the clock.
Believe it or not, it's probably better for Shane that some of these balls start getting out of that top right corner. Can he bank the 4 now? Not obviously to make it. Wants to hit this full. Don't want to sell the 11 out. And that's what he's looking at. Or maybe he's looking at banking it thin into the 7. Yeah, it's a little risky. A lot of ways to leave filler a shot here. Yeah. Well, these balls are starting to take a completely different position. I almost feel like Shane's got to shoot the 15 into the 7 and draw back. You've got to open the 7 to 4 up. You don't want to go up table and leave filler a bank on the 15. Everything's been moved. Might as well move those. You're close enough to the 15 where you can control the cue ball and drop back to the bottom rail. I don't believe you're going to leave anything if you control the cue ball. Nothing great anyway. I don't like rolling the 14 in. Banking the 11 seems haphazard at best. This is interesting. Gonna come off the 5. Very interesting game. Both guys are playing pretty good. Really tactical game here. High level stuff. Wonder if I can get the other angle. Yeah, he's got a bank at this ball. He's got a clean shot. I think it plays. It's the first shot he's had at his pocket in 6 weeks. Ugh. Didn't want to catch the 15. It was tight. And now the 4 and 7 are going to cause problems. Filler can cross this ball and go up table. Yeah, great hit. Oh, he's got a bank on the 7. Man, this guy is playing good. He is playing good. Oh, and this looks good as well. Wow. And Shane has to make the 7. He can't follow it in because he doesn't have any. So a huge game so far by Filler. He did get fortunate early, trying to play the carom off of Shane's break. But since then, he's played almost a perfect game. Even that hit there was extremely clean from where he was. Shane gonna wrap this cue ball around up to the top left. He wants to catch the one a little thicker than you think, and he has. Needed another rotation out of the 6. Just gonna remove the 6 here. Well, he got a good rub off the 13, but hit it well. I think he's got to go forward here with the 6 and go all the way down to the 13 if he can, and that's what he's doing. Fiddler looking at the 12. 2 rails. I think it's pretty tight. He doesn't want to catch the 11. Won't be surprised if Shane banks this 5. Well, going to the 6. Outside English. Spin it over to his side. That was all object ball there. And now Shane's got even bigger problems. Filler can bank the 6 at worst if he'd like. How'd he hit it? Pretty fair. He thought he made it, so did I. Look at that. Pretty clever. Went into the 1 first, moved the 6 to his side, pushed the 1 up table and the 4. And after this inning, or every inning, it seems to be more and more difficult for SVB to have an opportunity to win this game. It just seems like Josh is not going to give up anything easy. And I just said that. I think Shane's got a pretty good shot here. After about 3.5 hours, it feels like. Which ball is he going at? Okay, he's going to roll the 14 in and bury him under the 13 if he can. Yeah, he pretty weak there. He had to get him under the 13. It's the whole point of playing that shot. Filler has to get the 14 over somewhere around the left side, just below it. It's good too. The 6 doesn't bank. You can see Shane's tempo start to pick up. I don't know if it's impatient or if he sees something real good. Yeah, starting to lose the patience. He started to feel what I felt, and I felt like Filler just wasn't going to give anything up. Playing for one in a huge game, cracking SVB's break. It's going to go a fraction low. Ugh. Real tough. Going at the 6. Speed's not quite on, but the accuracy was. Yeah, he had to spin that with extreme English to miss the kiss. And that works out as well. Watch the cue ball. That'll be all right. That'll be all right. Is he looking to see if the 13 throws? Oh, he's caught the kiss. Spun the cue ball around it. Never fun to be in this position if you're SVB. Need them all. And most of them are in funny positions, and the guy you're playing isn't making any mistakes. If anybody can handle it, it's the guy at the table. Okay, so he was trying to play the 5 off the edge of the 10, actually. A carom bank. Didn't work out. Filler takes game number 3, leads 2 games to 1, and a huge game for him. Thank you so much to these sponsors. These are the event sponsors: Diamond Billiard Products, Ian Simonis and Simonis Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, Outsville AccuRack, AccuStats Video Productions, and last but not least, the long-lasting Masters Billiard Chalk. Thank you guys very much for hosting this event. So that was a huge game for Filler. He got away with the first shot break. Do us a favor, like and subscribe Railbirds TV on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. They greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so much. And man, this doesn't look fun. Ball low, being the 15, the 2 and 3, laid up on the top side. I think Shane can see the 2. Can he kick to the back of the 2? I don't know about that. If he could, he could possibly ticky behind the 3 as well, but does the 4 bank? Hard to see what he's got unless you're at the table. But I can tell you it's not pretty for him. Is he looking to bank the 2 into the back of the 3? No, I don't think so. Four did bank, and he hit it great. Look what he did. He actually left Filler a little awkward on the 2-3 combo if it didn't go. Can he shoot the 2 straight into the edge of the 3 and sweep everything to his side? The 2 will go 2 rails, the 3 1. Can't reach it. Concerned about a kiss, possibly on the 2 and 3. He'd like to do more than just move the 15. It's pretty tight down there, though. Can you get the 3 out of the way of the 2? And reaching it is also an issue. Oh, really good. Really, really good. 2 didn't go, but laid close. Drew the cue ball back. Wow, pretty clever if he keeps the cue ball on that left rail. That's real sharp. Something I didn't see. Very simple, too. And very effective. Wow, that was very clever. Just a simple play. If he gets the cue ball to stay on that left rail there, pretty effective shot. Albeit, I believe Shane can pocket the 2. Well, this is no fun. Covered up on the 15. Yes, he's got a shot on the 3. What does the 7, 13, 11 look like to Filler's pocket? That's what Shane's looking at now. Definitely no fun for Van Boening. I go back to the shot Filler shot, just knocking the 15 up and using the stack as cover and leaving the cue ball over there. Really effective shot if he gets the cue ball over just another inch to the left. He hit it a little hard. Continue to be impressed by his game. Big shot here. I think he's got to come all the way down. Oh, so clean. I don't know that he got there, though. Doesn't look like it. Really good idea putting him up in the pile there. He hit it a little hard. The 11 will bank. He is not going to be happy about it. Filler with a big opportunity here. I don't know what's next besides maybe the 5. But give this man a chance and he can win. Oh, he's gone into the 7, maybe the 13 plays. He's looking to play it off the 6. Such a dangerous player, this guy. He's already won the bank pool. Oh, he's caught it too heavy. I don't believe he gave anything up too great. Can he bank the 13? No, he can't, but Shane will be happy to get to the table. Wake-up call for SVB. Like to move the 7 and 15. That could be a turning point in the match. Shane might get a little pep in his step. Filler twisting this. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Going to be forced to come off the 14 here. So he's looking to bank the 12, play the 12 into the 14. The 12 goes 2 rails, top left rail, top rail towards his pocket, and the 14 1 rail. Can he see enough of the 12 to do that? Sending the 14 1 rail towards his hole, sending the 12 2 rails. I don't know if it's on. Sticking him on the 9 and 13 at the same time. He's going to go through the 14, protect the 6. Does the 10 bank? Not saying he would ever shoot it, but just curious if you could shoot it and stop your cue ball almost behind the 14. I feel like it's a little straight. It'll come off the 12. Needs to get him up under the 6. Filler's so good at protecting that only ball that's available. Teasing SVB with the 5 ball. He doesn't want to continue to come off of that 12 or the 9 or anything like that because it's so hard to keep him up under the 6. Every time he does this, he's pushing something more to Filler's side. He's got to cover him up on the 8. Oh, look at this. Wow. Wow. All right, he's got an escape off the 7 now. He can put him down in the corner where it'll make things a little tougher for Josh. And that's about as good as you can do. Okay. Shane wins that battle. Josh finally goes up table. You can almost feel the momentum swing, right? The energy between both players. You can almost feel it. You can definitely see it if you know what you're looking for. Going to go forward on the 6. Wants to avoid the 8. Okay, he clearly did that. Going to go through the 14. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Might have to go with the 9 here. Just bank the 9 back down and leave him up under the 8. Or you can just leave him under the 8 like that. This better settle. This better settle. Boy, he was another rotation from leaving Shane the 14, but he might be able to bank this ball. Looking at the 12, possibly off the 11. Problem is the orange and white ball, the 13. Can't protect against that. Yeah. All cue ball there. Might be forced to take a foul if he can't come off the 14 without threatening a scratch. Boy, I don't see much good up table, especially being half elevated over the 14. Some of these top players do not like taking a foul. But really, I think that's all he has to keep SVB off of anything offensive. Kick to the lower rail, go to the bottom left rail. Yeah, anything up table is very, very dangerous. He's struggling here mentally. I could feel it changing. I'm not saying that that's really the case, but I'm try and bring the cue ball down, or is he trying to make the 8? Boy, I felt that was so dangerous, and it's going to cost him. Talked himself out of that there for sure. He didn't have to come off the 14. He could have simply taken a foul and lost a ball. He's only 3-1 down in the ball count. It's the first real big error we've seen from Filler. It couldn't have come at a better time for SVB, playing for 4. And to tie this match up with the break. Shane doesn't like the angle. Wanted to get a little below the 12. Yeah. Now he's going to have to come up table. Nicely done, playing for 1. Hill, folks. SVB's break. Anybody's match from here. Neither player will go home if they lose. Both players without a loss. I am your host, Scott Frost. Appreciate y'all staying with us. I hope you can appreciate these guys playing this game. Both players playing really well. One game for it all. Oh, what a good spread. What's the 12 look like? I don't think he can get there. Yeah, I don't think it's on anyway. What a great break. Cue ball is glued to that rail, makes life so much more difficult for Filler. He's taking a peek at that purple and white. Sometimes that ball will wire up, but the cue ball is so good in Shane's favor that I don't think he could really get enough power to it if it was dead. And this is real trouble here. Here's why. The 15 goes, the 13 goes, the 9 goes, the 10 goes, the 3 is low enough for a bank, the 10 is low. I mean, this is about as good a break as you can ask for. Looking at the 1 rail kick possibly to the top rail, getting between the 15 and 13, somehow down here in the corner. But even then, no guarantee for protection against the 10 bank. He might just have to foul into the back of the 6 or 1. Because if he does that, then he can take a foul 1 rail to the left rail and below the 10. But he can't do that where the cue ball is now, so he might just have to roll into the pile. That's how good this break is. Is he thinking correctly? He knows the importance of this match. I think the shot is to just roll the cue ball behind the 6, because then he can kick one rail to the left rail and below the 10. He's going to kick one rail up above. Well, he's hit it perfectly. I mean, perfectly. Look at the speed. Wow. Filler owes 1 SVB. Can he clip the 10? Doesn't really want to move the 10. Does he just take a foul into the back of the pile? That'll give Filler another escape, though. Oh, and he's hit it short. So it's a wash. If 2 players owe a ball, it washes out. Speeds the matchup. He'd love to have got that cue ball higher, though. Man, can Filler see the 3 to go forward? If so, that's a big error by Shane. And something just that simple can swing the momentum. He's looking to Fram. Wow, that was interesting. I don't quite know if he was trying to spin behind the ball or going to the back of that 10. But if he couldn't see enough of the 3, he could have kicked one rail to the bottom rail, taken another foul. Would have been on 2. What's the 5'11" look like? Looks good from here. And he's laying right on the 5 to where he can trickle the balls open. Going into the 14. If he wants. Wow. I think he thought he was going to catch the 14 there. He's got to cut the 13 now. Clean hit. Really clean hit. Can he get on the 10? He's going to catch a piece of the 7. Playing for 4. Coming up for the 15. Like to keep an angle. A little flatter than he would have liked. Might even go to the 3 here. He is. Oh, he's done great. Did he get straight? I think he's good. Playing for two. And to deliver a big blow to Josh Filler. Coming down for the bank. Looks real good. SVB at one point trailing 2-1. Filler looked flawless. And that's going to do it. SVB wins the match and gives Filler his first loss. He will still advance, but so will SVB without any losses. I am the Freezer, Scott Frost. Thank you all for tuning in to Railbirds TV. And I'm going to give you a quick quote. Everything you've ever wanted is sitting on the other side of fear. Go after what you want. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great evening.